take your seat. Welcome to the commencement exercises for the Hillcrest High School class of 2020. We would like to welcome our guest, Dr. Burke Royster, Superintendent of Greenville County Schools, Mr. Scott Reimer, Assistant Superintendent for School Leadership, and our school board members that are present. We also welcome the faculty of Hillcrest High School, our family, and friends. Graduation is a dignified, formal ceremony. It is a time to honor our students for their accomplishments. To maintain the honor and dignity of this occasion, please refrain from unsolicited applauding, catcalling, whistling, or any other inappropriate noise-making. Disruptions during the ceremony will result in removal from the arena. The Bon Secours Wellness Arena is a non-smoking facility. A smoking deck is located at Section 106. In case of an emergency, please walk to the nearest exit. Exits are located on the main concourse level. If an accident occurs, first aid is available at Section 105. Please feel free to use cameras, both video and still, during this event, but no bullhorns or any other noise-making devices. We are so happy to be here. Welcome, class of 2020.
Thank you, Big Chris, for that warm welcome. On a personal note, members of the class of 2020 have written a letter and asked it to be read before the start of the ceremony. Dear friends and family of the class of 2020, thank you for coming to celebrate this special occasion. We have worked very hard over the years for this honor and are excited to walk across the stage to receive our diplomas. The class of 2020 asks you to honor us by giving each graduate their time and their spotlight as we walk across the stage. Please do not yell, clap, or cheer when our names are called. You love us, we know this. You support us, we know this also. But when you interrupt the ceremony, regardless of your good intentions, you rob us of our spotlight, our special time. When you clap, all eyes in the arena turn to you when they should be on us. When you proudly cheer, everyone's attention is on you and none of it is on us. Again, we simply ask that you hold your applause until after all the names have been called so you do not rob or steal the spotlight away from us during this brief yet monumental moment in our lives. Thank you again and for coming and for all you have done in our lives. With love, the class of 2020.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, the National Anthem, and the Alma Mater. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the National Anthem and the Alma Mater. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Each year, the senior student who has the second highest overall cumulative GPA is named the class salutatorian. At this time, it is my honor to call to the stage our class of 2020 salutatorian, Andra Christina Inaki.
In cross country, there's this phrase I've heard that's stuck with me since. You never know when you'll run your last race. As a high school athlete, you know that one day you're gonna step onto the field, or the track, or the course for the last time. But there are a few lasts that we all share together. This past fall, we all had our last first day of high school, and coming into our senior year, we knew we were going to do many things for the last time. But we never expected to have our last normal day of high school before the end of March, and so many of us were upset. Why did something that we seem to take for granted, going to school every day, having a senior prom, getting a traditional graduation, suddenly become so much more important to us? How did the meaning we give these things change in an instant? What's the meaning of a day of school? A day of life? Especially over the last couple of months, it has felt like meaning was stripped away from us. Staying home, doing work the first day it's assigned, or the day it's due, or not at all. Every day felt like the following day, while still feeling like the day before, and it became difficult to tell the difference between a Tuesday and a Saturday. So what is the difference between one day and the next? It is the meaning we choose to give it, the meaning we choose to give our lives. Today, we find meaning in being here, in getting our diplomas, and taking a monumental step forward in our lives. But even then, every person sees high school graduation differently. For some, it's a prerequisite for going to university. For others, it's the gateway to entering the workforce or the military. And for others more, it's the final stage before taking some time off. These options have been determined by the actions we take, have taken, and will take. It is a choice to take these actions, as meaning comes from the choices we make every day, the choices we use to define ourselves. One may say, if meaning is what we give ourselves, then what's stopping us from taking it away and spending our time, the rest of our lives, making pointless decisions? Sure, we feel like we have a responsibility to act a certain way or do certain things, but nothing is more powerful than our own free will. And you could give up on yourself. But what is keeping us from adding more meaning to ourselves and our lives? What is keeping us from making the right choices? What is keeping us from finding purpose in every opportunity we take? Absolutely nothing. If meaning is what we give ourselves, then we decide what makes us happy, we decide what makes us successful, and we decide what makes us get up every morning. These are our lives. This is your life and the meaning you give to it. You have success at your fingertips. So what are you going to do about it? Thank you.
Thank you, Andra. Each year, the senior student who has achieved the highest overall cumulative GPA is named class valedictorian. At this time, it is my honor to call to the stage our 2020 valedictorian, Mr. Adam Michael Johnson.
Hey, everybody. I'm so honored to stand here in front of you all. And this is especially a unique and memorable ceremony that we have to commence this graduation for the class of 2020. And what an honor it is and what an opportunity it is in any year, and much less in this year, 2020, which is the year that our school, job, society, and our lives as a whole changed forever. Before I go further, I'd like to thank everyone at Greenville County Schools and at Hillcrest and everyone who worked hard to organize this last-minute sort of socially distant graduation. I appreciate the effort. I know this is certainly better than graduating on a Zoom call in my room. And I also have to thank everyone who allowed me the opportunity to stand before you and give this speech, which I view as an incredible honor and an incredible responsibility to reflect on what our class has done and look forward to our future. I thank my parents and teachers for their dedication, my sister Leah, who is in the car because she couldn't come, so sad, who has always been my best friend, my girlfriend Bree and her lovely family, and everyone at my church for showing Christian love and support, and my fellow students for helping along the way and making this fun. Like the study hall, man, with Joanne and Mason and Monica, I'll never forget that. Where y'all at? Yeah, all right, I see you. Y'all made me draw all the cards in Uno. The whole deck, I had to draw that thing. I'll never forget that. Whew. Yeah. Anyways, when I look at this opportunity I have to get up here and speak, and my topic, like Andra already said, has been made for me. This virus that we've had that's infected and killed so many people and changed how we live and less importantly, ended our senior year early and robbed us of a lot of memories and special moments with each other. I can't not talk about that. And furthermore, with the events of recent days, we're reminded of the great evil that is in the world and how the future of our country and our lives is up in the air. But just as our nation and our world is finishing off the fight against coronavirus and the country is moving on toward an uncertain future and a new normal, we are given an unbelievable opportunity to make our own future. And as the class of 2020, the infamous year of World War III, the virus and all this recent chaos, we are the face of this new generation. Regardless of race, sex, religion, and all our vast personal differences, what unites us all is that we're all in this as the class of 2020, the year of all this stuff. And what our future looks like, we have been given this incredible gift to decide that. That's so unique, because after this year, the world has to change. There's no question, it's going to change drastically after this year. As the class of 2020, we're the first graduating year that gets to shape that change. That makes us the leaders of this generation. So when I look back at my senior year, I'll look past losing some of those typical moments and end of the year memories. And I'll remember with pride that my class and my year was the one that led us into the future and just completely owned it. And we are the Hillcrest graduating class of 2020. I could not be prouder of that. Thank you, and congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Adam. It's hard to believe that just a few weeks ago, as Adam mentioned, we didn't even know we'd be able to have a graduation, and certainly not one in person. But here we are. And for that, I certainly, again, would like to echo the thanks to our school board members, Dr. Royster, and all of our district staff that has worked tirelessly the past several weeks to organize this for our seniors and their families. I also want to thank school maintenance staff, district operations and maintenance, our school nurses, and our own Hillcrest faculty who are here working today instead of simply watching. Seniors, this exemplifies how much all of us care about you. Thank you to those individuals. At this time, I would like to recognize two groups of students. The first group is our career and technology education completers. Usually we have a separate completer ceremony, but this year that was not possible. Therefore, I would like all of our 72 CTE completer students to stand and be recognized at this time. These students have completed a specific sequence of courses and/or received an industry certification credential. Congratulations to our completers. You may be seated. I would also like to recognize and ask them to stand those seniors who have made the courageous decision to join the United States military after graduation. Any students that are joining the military, please stand. We sincerely thank you for your commitment and dedication to serving our country. Now, the Hillcrest class of 2020. Today symbolizes the culmination of 12 years of hard work. For some of you, it has been an easy journey, while for some, more challenging. Regardless of how you got here, you collectively have made it. We all recognize the close of your senior year has been unlike any in history. You've lost out on many things. Your last athletic game, band, chorus, strings concerts. You lost the spring play that you had been working on. You missed your senior prom. But don't let the last few weeks define your high school career. Instead, as Adam mentioned, think back on all the good times you had in school. The crazy pep rallies, where all you want to do is yell louder than the other classes and generally boo the freshmen. And think about the Spirit Weeks. For 4 straight years, this class has helped raise over $100,000 each year in support of a local charity in our community. Remember all the times you had with your friends and your teammates. Cherish those moments, as many years from now, that is what you will remember the most, even more than the quadratic formula or the photosynthesis cycle in biology. The memories you made with one another are what will be lasting. Seniors, tonight you're surrounded by a room of people, parents, teachers, and administrators who all believe in you. As the great Vince Lombardi said, life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. Sooner or later, the man who wins is the one who thinks he can. So as you go forth from today, do so courageously and confidently, knowing that you are the future and your future is bright. Always believe in yourself, and remember, you will always be a Ram. Thank you. Mr. Freeman, I think it's that time.
Would the first row of graduates please rise? Adam Michael Johnson. Andra Christina Anake. Taja Lene Booker. Luke Thomas Moody. Christopher Stringer Garrett. Ellie Grace Malcolm. Amanda Manasseh Abdelnour. Catherine Nicole Abrams. Jace Kennedy Adam. Brady Ryan Adams. Mohamed Ahmed Alja Afre. Rolando Arturo Allen. Janaya Sine Anderson. Jade Elise Anderson. Austin Arias. Grace Ann Arnold. Eddie Paul Augusta. Aline Avilazapa Bautista. Cameron Julia Baca. Andrew Joe Bailey. Cameron Kirsten Bailey. Diane Oleana Baker. Justin Dean Baker. Malcolm Jermaine Barmore. Haley Aaron Barton. Mackenzie Faith Barton. Michael Carson Bassett. Camille Brianne Bates. Caroline Brooke Bates. Catherine Grace Bates. Colby Lex Beeman. Montre Tyrell Bell. Norris Bennett Jr. Joshua Daniel Benson. Lillian Rose Birch. Naya Nakiria Bay. Taylor Elizabeth Bielick. Madison Paige Berkner. Hannah Ann Bishman. Simone Nady Bowles. Marina Kamal Boutros. Lauren Emily Bowen. Amaya Mackenzie Bowman. Hayden Cooper Boyer. Jenan Elaine Bradley. Sydney Lane Brazier. Hoyt Allen Broadwell. Jordan Danielle Brooks. Jalen Alexander Brown. Jatan Dante Brown. Nylea Sahara Brown. Tyshawn M. Brown. John Anthony Bruno. Keith Zion Brewster. Christopher Jatavion Bryson. Kenty Mayat Buffalo. Emma Christine Bullard. Joshua Philip Bullard. Hannah Faith Burleson. Janiyah Danielle Burton Allen. Gabrielle Tanaya Bussey. Kellen Terrell Butler. Carmen Nicole Caldwell. Elizabeth Carol Callahan. Sebastian Andres Camacho. John Robert Raymond Campbell. Ethan Davis Cantrell. Madison Ella Cantrell. Jessica Aaliyah Carpenter. Tristan Alexander Carpenter. Abigail Grace Carr. Kyla Sky Carter. Noah Alexander Devon Carter. Courtney Liddell Chapman. Lily Ray Childs. Krista Danielle Clark. Melissa Rose Coates. Alyssa Faith Kaufman. Tyler Charles Coley. Elias George Conitz. Jacob Dylan Cooley. Jalen Neam Cooper. Cassidy Cheyenne Copeland. Nakiah Deshae Cotton. Cameron Lesley Cross. Austin Bradley Curley. Zied Khalid Dakalala. Delana Lynn Delanco. Joseph Manuel Damon. Luel Raquan Daniels. Nia Sine Davenport. Braden Mackenzie Davis. Savannah Grace Davis. Jasmine Ann Dedore. Haley Renee Deno. Ashanti Nyasia Du Bois. Alicia Madison Duckett. Zarier Mazel Dumas. Matthew Caleb Duncan. Jada Nicole Dunlap. Bryce Michael Dupre. Savannah Christine Dyer. Ethan Craig Dye. Demaya Anquinisha Edwards. Linda Riley Ike. Emily Yvonne Eldeer. Brian Lee Ellingberg. Caleb Dean Enfinger. Sierra Janae Irwin. Nader Nagy Eskander. Savannah Lee Eskew. Luke Alexander Esparza. Jared Dalton Eunice. Justin Draquan Evans. Owen Richard Fairbairn. Omar Muhammad Farhan. Sydney Farmer. Cameron Catherine Farrell. Frank Richard Fatigati Jr. Raquan Jamel Michael Fenderson. Joseph Manuel Damon. Ethan John Fendyson. Samira Ariane Finley. Robert Michael Fisher. Ashley Marie Flanagan. Jordan Lindsay Forrester. Tiaja Leanne Foster. Tiaja Leanne Foster. Malachi Jamal Fowler. Caleb Allen Fox. Isaiah Michael David Fox. Tamia Renee Franklin. George Michael Freeman. Nina Grace Freytag. John Coleman Funderburk. Nathan Lee Gallant. Jennifer Grace Galloway. Ramses de Jesus Garcia Mandawana. Elijah Christian Garrett. Sydney Brianna Garrett. Nyla Autumn Gaston. Willie Frank Gibson III. Jordan Thomas Gilbert. Robert Leon Gilliam Jr. Riley Joe Gilliland. Emma Wynn Given. Cameron Green Godfrey. Deshaun Justin Golden. Jacob Romello Goldsboro. Leilani Naeja Gomez. Diego Alejandra Gonzalez. Georgina Jasmine Gonzalez. Bryant Shamar Goodwin. Rains Gildardo Gottschall. Heinrich Harry Gottberg. Brittany Diane Govan. Elizabeth Ann Green. Timothy Matthew Grice. Aaliyah Simone Griffin. Philip Michael Griffin. Ryan Michael Griffin. Megan Gunter. Lily Pearl Haynes. Dylan Andrew Harrington. Ayana Nayea Harris. Carmen Tierra Harris. Hannah Emily Grace Hopfier. Leela Paige Hawkins. Timothy Bryce Hawkins. Alyssa LaShawn Henderson. Daniel Alexander Hernandez. Joanna Daylin Hernandez. Maria Isabel Hernandez. Cody Lee Hickman. Brandon Kabar Higgs. Cody Douglas Hildebrand. Daisy Catherine Heil. Montanus Antoine Hill. Alexandria Michelle Holt. Guyan Quaid Holguin. Christopher Allen Holliday. Anna Isabel Hollingsworth. Nathaniel Joseph Holsenbach. Jabari Malik Howard. Kwame Tyrese Howard. Luke Allen Howe. Brianna Charisse Hunt. Nicholas Joseph Ianozi. Christian George Morgan Ibarra. Cassandra Moquisha Irby. Sky Catherine Israel. Arseny Magdi Isa. Colby Holt Ivester. Curry Faye Jarrett. Walker Allen Jefferson. Lily Catherine Jennings. Chelsea Natasha Jeter. Dreyon Darshay Jeffrey Johnson. Kaya Christina Johnson. Christian Drake Johnson. Malik Omarion Johnson. Andrew Ryan Jones. Nathan Alexander Jones. Morgan Alexis Julian. Haley Keller. Stone Eric Keller. Caroline Grace Kennington. Jalen Amaya Keys. Jefferson Tyler Kilgore. Nicole Victoria LaMarche. Riley Grace Lambert. Samuel Mitchell Lambert. Timothy Luke Lancaster. Callan Drake Larson. Hannah Elizabeth Lavoy. Trinity Elise Leak. Grayson Alexandria Leaks. Aaliyah Taisha Lee. Aaliyah Renee Lemon. Amanda Mariah Leslie. Micaiah Tatiana Lewis. Marquez Antirius Lewis. Lillian Renee Leva. Autumn Chandler Lawless. Drake Alexander Lomax. Erica Anna Loy. Austin Charles Mater. Tracy Danielle Mangle. Logan Todd Mangus. Justin Scott Mann. Dakota Mitchell Martin. Peyton Elizabeth Martin. Saida Isabel Martinez. Victor Martinez. Juan Martinez Salas. Xavier Daquan Massey. Joshua Taylor Mathis. Tyon James Madison. Colby Michael Mayer. Nigelen Malik Jonte Mayfield. Adam Harley Maccabee. Andrew Kenneth McLean. Logan Garrett McCutcheon. DeAndre Damon McDonald. Jarius Tyree McGill. Hunter Carl McKenzie. Skylar Nicole McMahon. DeQuasia Takaya McMahon. Laura Elizabeth McMinn. Zachary Miles Middlebrooks. Shamiria Elizabeth Aaliyah Miller. Erilyn Nadia Minnick. Lauren Nicole Mitchell. Erica Lee Moan. Ashley Caroline Moore. Madison Lee Moorcraft. Stephanie Moreno Sanchez. Oscar Moreno Cruz. Nolan Charles Ryan Morrison. Cooper William Moses. Ivy Alindra Moss. Brennan Tyler Mowbray. Madison Aaliyah Mullaney. Patrick Munoz Lopez. Jamina Carolina Najira. Soroya Cheyenne Nance. Alexis Christine Nascali. Kristen Mahogany Nedwards. Parker Garrett Neely. Jonathan Lawrence Neidig. Christopher Jacob Nelson. Kaylee Savannah Nelson. Charles Kelby Nix. Lindsay Caroline Noguez. Nora Elizabeth Norton. Julian Alexander Otis. Gavin Patrick Olin. Cassidy Caitlin Orfield. Carmelo Luis Ortiz. Luis Antonio Ortiz. Laura Camila Ortez Montenegro. Alexander Miles Ostendorf. Braden Cole Owens. Bryce Kathleen Owens. Kaylee Adeline Owens. Madison Faith Owens. Jocelyn Elizabeth Paez Mejia. Rachel Rojo Paradis. Takias DeAndre Parks. Matthew Kyle Parsons. Alexa Lindsay Patel. Katie Ann Anoska Patterson. Asia Mona Rami Payne. Rashton Kenyatis Drashan Peak. Luke Shannon Pecoraro. Taylor Madison Pellet. John Matthew Pena Serrata. Carson Don Perkins. Daniel Joseph Petinato. Catherine Rose Petinato. Creasia Diana Dra Phelps. Kateria Iyana Pickens. Alston Ray Pilgrim. Zaylin Daigani Pinto. Caitlin Elizabeth Pollard. Ella Harper Price. Robert Blaze Pusty. Kaylee Nicole Raber. Gabriel Robert Ramsey. Michaela Jada Ratcliffe. Daniel Austin Redden. Tristan Bailey Reese. Jacob C. Reed. Robert Joseph Reese. Ian Daniel Rembert. Cristino Reyes Bustos. Tiambra Ariane Reynolds. Tressa Marie Rhodes. Hannah Elizabeth Richard. Ruth Anna Richardson. Majay Dejron Reiser. Josue Gabriel Rivera Reyes. Bailey Onassis Robinson. Chiquivas Deshawn Robinson. Jamarcus LaRon Robinson. Stephen Ray Robinson. Emma Rachel Rogers. Naomi Opal Rogers. Ashley Romero Martinez. Reagan Brooke Rose. Janae Michaela Royal. Anaya Sine Rucker. Kenyatter Jamel Sally White. Robert David Saltmarsh. Chelsea Sams. Shane Nicholas Sanchez. Zanaya Monique Sanders. Andrew Ellis Sanford. Caitlin McKenna Scalf. Evan William Ayers Schofield. Kanidra Armani Scott. Decorius Tyshawn Cease. Kevin Cerna. Austin Brian Sexton. Nigel Tariq Ezekiel Shabazz. Michael Jeremiah Schiffer. Ashton Case Shipman. Jordan McKay Shreve. Jack Nelson Sims. Natalie Dale Sipple. Rebecca Lynn Sipple. Anna Jean Smith. Demars LeVar Smith. Madison Grace Smith. Rashid Deontay Smith. Aaliyah Aminette Aset Snipe. Bodamina Maras Soriel. Walker Robert Stevenson. Ashley Elizabeth Stevens. William Michael Stone. Carson Dallas Strong. Slade Andrew Stiles. Carson Jean Suber. Lucy Suyun Sutton. Sarah Grace Swift. Jalen Alexandria Talbert. David Michael Talley. Logan Matthew Thomas. Landon Walker Thomason. Christian Lee Thompson. Ronnie Xavier Thompson. Trinity Christine Thompson. William Jalen Tyndall. Andrew Christian Toll. Sadie Ledeth Tovar Menezes. Mary Catherine Ann Tripp. Nathan Charles Tripp. Kiera Marie Tucker Grimes. Victavia Michelle Turner. Khadidra Jayla Utzi. Christopher Scott Valentine. Isaac Alejandro Valiente. Charles Rampy Vaughn. Brian Sebastian Vela del Dios. Jessica Michelle Vera. Morgan Elaine Vess. Brianna Marie View. Alana Ray Waddell. Stephen Brent Waldrop. Tierra Alexis Walker. Colton Floyd Waller Compston. Aranye Keyshawn Walton. Jonas Taishane Walton. Austin Bradley Ward. Harley Ann Wargo. Taylor Marie Weathers. Mason Richard Wiseman. James Eldwin Wells. Ethan Oliver Watley. Malcolm Jamar White. Olivia Page Whitelock. Joshua David Wilkerson. Brianna Denacia Williams. Erica Monet Williams. Katravis Jade Williams. Kyla Aquila Williams. Matthew Quando Williams. Spencer Addison Williams. Justin Blake Williamson. Jordan Camille Wilson. Matthew Quando Williams. Tamaz Damian Wilson. Lena Christine Witherspoon. Stephen Paul Workman. Jordan Michaela Rice. Daniel Kevon Wright. Tayshawn Amari Wright. Holly Ann Wyckoff. Jonathan Alexander Jurgen. Adam Wade Zanatis. Bailey Ann Zavitsky. Richard Andrew Zavitsky.
As we begin here in a moment, once all of our students are back, after Dr. Royster comes and confirms your graduation, we ask that all guests will remain in their seats until all the graduates have exited the arena. Students, your section leaders will lead you out. The floor, rows A through L, you will exit through this side. Rows M through W, you will exit out this side. In the lower bowl sections, you will begin exiting by sections 113, 117, and 100, and then the preceding sections will follow you. Again, your teachers will lead you out. To our honored guests, I want to express our appreciation to you for your cooperation in abiding by the restrictions that we have in place for today's graduation. Again, as one final request, we do ask that all guests exit the arena and the property as quickly and safely as possible once the graduation recessional is complete. This will help ensure we remain compliant with existing requirements and our usage agreement with Bon Secours. At this time, I would like to call Dr. Burt Royster, Superintendent of Greenville County Schools, to the stage to confirm our graduates. Dr. Royster.
Thank you, Dr. Skipper. Usually at these ceremonies, either I stand in front of you and confer your status as a graduate or a representative of the superintendent. As you know, we have 14 high schools. Sometimes the graduations are going on at the same time. Two things are a little different this year. I'm doing the conferring at each ceremony, and I want to share a couple of things with you before I do. I fully believe that adversity reveals and it tests character. And as you know, and as was shared with you by your student speakers earlier tonight, this has been a most unusual year. And you've had the opportunity to face adversity and to draw upon your character and how you responded to that. More importantly, I think that has some implications for now and for the future. And you heard that in some of your speakers' comments as well. If you look inside your diploma cover right now, if you look at your diploma, the top center of that diploma, there's a seal of the state of South Carolina. If you look inside that seal, you see that there are two sides to it. If you look real closely, you'll see there's some writing on them. You probably can't see it because the print's very small, and if you did, you'd notice it's not written in English. It's in Latin. It says two things. On one side, it says prepared in mind and resources. On the other side, it says, as I breathe, I hope. You and the nearly 5,000 graduates of Greenville County Schools this year exemplify both prepared in mind and resources and offer hope to us all. We can often see potential in other people. This crisis has allowed you to act on your potential. So we know not only that you possess it, but you're willing to use it. Unrealized potential has little or no value. When I meet with the Inter-High Council, when I talk with groups of students, when I talk with individual students, I'll walk away from that with an impression. And it's an impression that's different from some things that you will hear people of my generation say about your generation. Sometimes they look at you with a little cynicism, somewhat critically sometimes. When I walk away from those conversations, I come away with hope. Hope for our future. Hope that's exemplified in that motto, the state of South Carolina. Because I believe, based on what I see, what I observe in you, in your generation, you will do a far better job, and you will leave to the generation that follows you a far better country and world than we are handing to you. I fully believe that, and that inspires that very hope within me. I have no doubt that you will help our country more fully realize its potential than we have done in my generation. So I leave here tonight, as I leave every gathering with students, inspired by the hope and the knowledge that you will lead us well into our future. At this time, I would ask the class of 2020 of Hillcrest High, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2020, having completed all requirements for a South Carolina high school diploma as established by the South Carolina State Board of Education, upon the recommendation of your faculty and your principal, having successfully completed all those requirements, by the authority vested in me by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees of Greenville County Schools, I pronounce you the Hillcrest High Senior Class of 2020 graduates. Congratulations, Rams.
Start us off, Adam. Yep. At this time, we will begin our procession. Miss McGraw. Row M, go this way, row M. Thanks, guys.